Hi, I'm SBonCuber. Today we're going to look at the Kelvin's Puzzle Square 2. I bought this from the Cubicle. It took about a week to ship here. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. So pretty much it was a decent amount of money. I can't remember how much it was, but it was quite a decent amount of money. As you know, I'm a pretty big fan of solving Square 1, so I decided to get this because it's really cool. So the difference between a Square 1 and a Square 2 is that on a Square 1, when you slice through, you can only slice through this segments here, these segments, and these segments here. But with a Square 2, you've got these extra segments here and here, so you can actually slice through the corners like what you can't do in a Square 1. And basically how to solve a Square 2 is actually just like reducing it to a Square 1. It's like what you do on a 4x4 or 5x5 to a 3x3. You reduce this to a Square 1 and then solve it like a Square 1. So pretty much that's basically what a Square 2 is. And yeah, so I'm going to get into it. I'm just going to... Right, Square 2. There we go. Alright, so this is the Square 2. Gets the Square 1, it's like this. Shit. Oh, yeah, it's different colour scheme, but it's all good. So yeah. Turns really, it's quite, it's actually really tight. Yeah, it's really cool, but it's really tight. And it's, there's just so much piece like on the top. It's just so much. So you can slice through here like that. I might just have to like kind of loosen it a little bit. Anyways, that's pretty cool. I don't know how to solve a Square 2, but I think I would get it straight away. It's just pretty much just reducing it to a Square 1 pretty much. There's your kite. The Square 1 is like that. Yeah. So I will do a solve video on Square 2 once I get this nice and loose and easy to turn, but at the moment it's just really tight. The stickers are actually quite nice. Quite nice stickers. Yeah, I think the only difference is this blue, and you know, I quite like this because it's kind of brighter. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play with it, figure out how to solve it, lube it, tension it, and I'll come back later on when I know a bit more about it. So I've had this puzzle for a day now, and I've solved it a fair bit, and also lubed it and tensioned it. So yeah, it turns really nice now. But the only problem is that it pops heaps, and the reason why it pops so much is because the pieces, there's just so much pieces. Well, there's more pieces to it on the top than it is on the Square 1. So this pops more than the Square 1. It's not too bad. It's just I've just gotta be careful with it when you're turning. Don't turn too vigorously because these pieces just pop out. And another thing was, it was really, like, the first time I solved it was really hard. It was really weird to solve. Like, I understand how, like, reducing it to a Square 1, but doing that was a bit of a challenge for me. It was kind of weird. Like, when you're solving it, you've got to get like the corners, you've got to get the right corner orientation. And if you reduce it to a Square 1, you didn't get the right corner orientation, you have to go back and redo that move. So it was really quite hard, but I managed to solve it, and now I can actually solve it. It's kind of easy for me because I've solved it many times. As you can see, it's popped it again. This puzzle does pop a lot, but just kind of not. I really don't recommend this for speed cubing, but it's just a very good puzzle in general, and I highly recommend it if you want to challenge yourself from a Square 1 or want to just try something new. So yeah, I pretty much like tensioned it so that it was not too loose, but not too loose, but just as loose so I can, because it was really tight when I first got it. The now turns quite nice. So it's quite robust, but you just have to be careful when you're turning it. It's just gotta, yeah. But yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next videos.